Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League with the Outlaws, and we are playing meaningful baseball this time of the year. Always exciting. The energy is high, and the Outlaws just swept the Blurs to be able to head into the conference finals, and we are facing a familiar foe. The Pythons, who we played three times during the regular season, are going to be who we face here in the conference finals. They took off at the beginning of this season and faded hard down the stretch. They barely made it into the playoffs, but we cannot look past them. We need to make sure we focus. This is a good team. We know what they're capable of, and if we take a look at the sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. If we take a look at the regular season schedule, we lost the first game we played against them. That was when they were really hot, and then we ended up sweeping them um, at home against the Pythons here, 5-4, and then 2-1 in games 13 and 14 of the season. And I think we were a big part of the reason why they started fading towards the end of the season. So this will be an interesting and very exciting matchup here. Escrow Thicket, really great accuracy, but has meltdown, so that accuracy could go down the tank real fast if our offense gets going. For us, we have Lily Dubs, who will be making her first start of the year here in the playoffs. Tier 2 elite fastball. Not a ton of accuracy, but good amount of junk. I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and I'm ready to get this game started. So let's make sure the lineup is set properly. I did set it last time, but sometimes it does reset. So we got Sorelli starting off in right field. We have Bab Shishin starting in center and play or in the second spot in the order. Ramon Lee will get the start at short and play in the third hole or the three hole. Jerry Love will be in the four spot, DHing as always. Justice Cologne has moved up to the five spot. She's locked in. I hope that this is something that works for her. Rock Quintana has not had a good start to the playoffs, and so he is going to be pushed down a little bit in the order in the sixth spot as he is tense. Hopefully, he can break out of that. Glass Snyder behind him at third base. Giovanni Mays, also tense right now, will be in the eighth spot and catching, and then Alfredo Levine gets the start in left field. That puts Anthony Jeterson on the bench with that pinch perfect, excuse me, trade at maxed out. So we'll hopefully see that come into play towards the end of the game, hopefully in a position where we can increase our lead. But we'll see how that ends up going. So we are going to use I want to start things off with our alternate uniform. It's just one of my favorite uniforms that I've made. So let's get this show on the road. Lily Dubs, let's see what you got here at Tiger Den. We will be home for the first and the third game, as we are the 3 seed. The Pythons are the 4 seed, so we do have home field advantage.
Welcome to the opening game of the conference finals. Golly, this is a super duper occasion.
This is a super duper occasion indeed. The Pythons will start off with Slew Connolly, Elena Chambers, and then Aiden Heaves. And taking a look at their taking a look at my list of all-stars, it was actually Zuri Herman from the Pythons that ended up making the all-star game for the Pythons. They also had their pitcher, Joseph Roosevelt, that ended up making the all-star list as well. And first batter hits it all the way to the warning track, and Sorelli up against the wall was able to make that catch. That looked a little scary at first. I'm not going to lie. Lily Dubs definitely needs to be careful. Of course, we know that those walls can play a lot of big factors in this park. It makes this field a lot smaller when you know that that ball off the wall can do a lot of damage. Justice Cologne with a nice backhand heading towards the line, wins the foot race to first for out number 2. Aiden Heaves, very scary player. He has yet to get a hit in the playoffs yet. Bad ball hitter at tier 3, and I don't want to jinx it. Lily Dubs is yet to get a strikeout, so hopefully that happens here. There's strike 1, 2-1 count with 2 outs. Ball 3 in the dirt, doesn't chase. And strike 2 at the top of the zone, so full count here with 2 outs. And swings through it. There it is. I was able to reverse the jinx for Heaves and put that on I guess reverse the jinx for Lily Dubs and put that on Heaves instead. So 1-2-3 inning for Lily Dubs. Nice start for her. Braden Sorelli gets the leadoff spot, swings at the first pitch and pops it straight up. Hangs up there in center field easily for out number 1 from Whistle Thornton there in center field. Babs Fishin batting .571 through 2 games here in the playoffs with 2 RBIs. He has come on very hot here in the playoffs, and we're hoping that continues. Of course, the only reason I have him behind Sorelli is because of that base rounder trait from Sorelli. He grounds out to first, and that's out number 2. Ramon Lee had a tough first game, but then had a pretty solid second game, ending up batting .333 so far. Did get a solo home run, which was really nice to see come out of him. And this might be another one here. I think it's going to hang up. It's going to get out of here all the way, right into the back of that first deck, or the first row section there in right center field for 420. And Ramon Lee keeps his hot streak going. He says, "I'll be your Huckleberry," as he steps on home plate. And he looks at the crowd saying, "Hey, I'm happy to be here, folks, and happy to help wherever I can." All right, Jerry Love getting his opportunity. There is only one fastball in this arsenal for Thicket. So we'll see if she tries to test him with it. And hits one off the end of the bat, and that's going to get out of play. 0-2 count here for Jerry Love, trying to protect the plate, but he swings through that one, and that's strike 3. Jerry Love did lead the league in batting average throughout the season, but he has not had that same success here in the playoffs. But we do get one run on the Ramon Lee solo shot, and the Outlaws take a 1-0 lead into the top of the second here. Lily Dubs trying to keep things going, and she'll have to face off against the 4-5-6 hitter, starting with Jamie Healthy. Jamie is locked in right now, and that's going to continue here as she puts that one between 5 and 6 hole for a base hit. So one runner aboard for the Pythons, and now Zuri Herman, the all-star of this Pythons offense, comes up to the plate with tier 2 off-speed hitter. Also has tier 1 big hack, which is not that great, especially at tier 1. We'll see how that plays out. She does have really good contact, so it kind of reverses itself. Fair ball. Giovanni Mays scoops it up, equivalent to a sacrifice bunt, as they get the runner over at first, but not at second. So now, with one out, J.C. Buffums comes up. Big hitter, good speed, with a runner on second base. So Lily Dubs finding herself in a bit of a jam. Nothing she hopefully can't get out of. We'll see what she's able to do here. And they check on the runner behind. Rock Quintana sneaking up, but is not able to apply the tag in time. And she's safe. 2-1 count here. Definitely watching that speed over at second. Swings through the challenge pitch from Lily Dubs for strike 2. And takes strike 3 on the off speed. Completely fooled on that one. And he goes down for strike 3 and out number 2. So now the number 7 hitter, Isaiah Terrell, batting .200 with a solo home run. Dribbles that one to Rock Quintana, scoops it up, tosses to first, out number 3, and allows one base hit, but Lily Dubs is able to get out of that pretty unscathed, and now the Outlaws get another opportunity to do some damage, starting with Justice Cologne. Her second career home run came in Game 2 against the Blurs. As she has been seeing the ball better in the playoffs here. She takes 2 pitches, down 0-2, fights that one off to foul away, and then chases the upstairs high-speed pitch for strike 3. So she goes back from locked in down to neutral, and I hope that's not just a sign of things to come, because Justice has been all over the map this year. Rock hits that one, lofts it in the air into the corner, and it gets down just in front of Buffums, who's not able to get there in time. And then Rock pulls one over to Terrell over at short for out number 2, 6-3 in the book. And quickly down two outs here in the bottom of the second. The 5 and 6 hitters go down. Glass Snyder comes up with tier 3 outside pitch. Takes a strike. Ball low. Hits hard, but pulls it foul way ahead of that one. He got the outside pitch he was looking for, but got antsy. That ball probably looked like a beach ball for him. And it's a 2-2 count here with 2 outs for Thicket to Snyder. Gets another outside pitch, but it's going to hang up in the corner for Buffums. Great speed over there for out number 3. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Outlaws in the bottom of the second. Thicket avoiding that meltdown trait. We'll see if we can try and take advantage of that later. But Whistle Thornton comes up 8-9-1 for the Pythons here in the top of the third. Lily Dubs is locked in. She's been pitching very well. Nice to see this out of her so far. We'll see if she can keep that momentum going. Seems to be losing her control just a little bit, but she's got a full count here. And Thicket hits that one hard to center field. Diving attempt from Babshishin, and he's not able to get to it, but the threat of his arm as he has to double down for that ball keeps the runner at first base. So great effort from him. I hope he seems to be okay. Just kind of frustrated more than anything else, it looks like, out there in center field. Thought he had that one. But let's hope that that doesn't come to play a factor here in this inning. As the pop-up to shortstop, Ramon Lee catches that for out number 1. Slew Connolly comes up now, batting .375 on the year. Good contact here. Has pinch perfect, which won't come into play this game, and then rally starter, which will only come into play when they are down and nobody is on base. So because there's a runner on first, it doesn't get activated here. And he pops that one up off the end of the bat. It's going to be foul, but Justice Cologne, with her great speed, is able to range all the way back to that little patch of grass there in foul territory on the right field line for out number 2. So the number 2 hitter now, Elena Chambers, comes up, stealing right out of the gate. Giovanni Mays guns him down with his weak arm. That was a very, very bad break from the runner, and I don't know if that was maybe supposed to be a hit and run, but great play from Giovanni Mays. I wish that throw out was enough to get his mojo back, but he's still tense as he comes up here, batting 125 on the or for the playoffs so far, which is very tough to see after he had a really solid season. And he hits that one hopper over to Healthy at first for out number 1. Alfredo Levine comes up. Had a bit of a mixed bag this season. Started off pretty hot. Again, nothing we ever expected to see from him with those offensive traits, but he ended up, I think, hitting 1 or 2 home runs, and it was just an anomaly as he did come down to earth pretty quickly for the rest of the season. Still a great defender, which is why he's on this team as he swings through strike 3 there, but we don't expect to see anything offensively from him. So we're okay with that. But now 2 outs. Braden Sorelli, who flew out his first time up, flies out once again as this is going to hang up in front of that big wall in right field, and Buffums catches that for out number 3. So we haven't challenged that noodle arm in right field yet, unfortunately. And Braden Sorelli would be the one to do that, but he has been getting underneath the ball a little too much here. Elena Chambers gets her at-bat reset as she took 1 pitch and watched her teammate get thrown out at second base. Takes a strike here, swings through strike 2. And that ball is off the end of the bat, high in the zone, and Sorelli comes running in, calling everybody off for out number 1. Nice communication out there in the field. Hayden Heaves struck out his first time up. He comes up here again, tier 3 bad ball hitter. He also has tier 2 slowpoke, so anything out of the box, he's going to be running a bit slower. We got a 1-1 count here for Lily Dubs, and that ball gets away from Giovanni Mays behind the plate and swings through strike 2. Nice pitch there. And strike 3, the best hitter on the team, attribute-wise, has now struck out twice, and now Jamie Healthy, who has really great attributes in her own right and is currently locked in a high-pressure situation. She is going to look for something to do some damage with, but she ends up putting it right back up the mound. Lily Dubs with a nice little scoop and toss to first for a 1-2-3 inning through the heart of that Pythons order. And now Lily's just looking for a little bit more reinforcement, a little bit of insurance from her offense as Escrow Thickett's also locked in right now. So both pitchers have been pitching very well. The big difference being that Ramon Lee home run in the first inning. Babshishin gets underneath that one, pops it up to shallow center field. Ranging in was Heaves, or raging out was Heaves from second base, and the center fielder just pretty much went right through him there while he was catching that for out number 1. Don't know how that wasn't an error or a distraction, but well, I guess they'll take it. And then another hard hit ball from Ramon Lee, but this one is going to be high enough to hang up for Buffums in right field for out number 2. So quick 2 outs here for Jerry Love now coming up, and Escrow Thicket is feeling even better about herself. Fastball, but pops that one foul for Jerry Love. Makes good contact there, but pulls a foul, and then hits the fastball on a grounder over to second base for out number 3. So another quick 1-2-3 inning. 3 total hits in this one so far is all we've seen, and the difference being that 1 home run. So anything can change in a moment's notice, as we all know when we watch this game. So Lily Dubs has to stay on top of her game, and Zuri Herman, the all-star, comes up now. Not managed to do much her last time up. I think she did get a base hit, though. And she had Big Hack activated, but took it for a ball. This one, Ramon Lee ranges into the hole and makes a nice play as he was able to set himself, turn, get a good push on that ball, and get it over to first in time for out number 1. So great defense from him. And that ball hit hard and pulled into the left field corner for a base hit. Alfredo Levine gets it in quickly, but it's going to be 1 out and a runner on for Isaiah Terrell. We are now in a max pressure situation, so mojos are playing a huge factor now. As you can see, Lily Dubs, 53 pitches in, is still at or slightly above her standard attributes. 2-1 pitch here for Terrell. Great speed over at first base. We have to be very careful. Nice play from Justice Colon. Gets the runner over at second. Back over to first for a double play. And that is a quick way to end the inning. Lily Dubs has been phenomenal today through 5 innings, giving up 3 hits. Absolutely impressive start for her. First time of the year and first time in this league that she's been standing on the mound. And she has shown why she deserves it. Now, Justice Colon with really great contact there, but unfortunately lined right to Chambers in left field for out number 1. Now Rock Quintana comes up, a guy we've been relying on all season long. He gets that one off the end of the bat and into right center field, but it hangs up for the speedy Buffums for out number 2. So quickly, 2 pitches, 2 outs for Thicket, and really interesting situation we find ourselves in. Glass Snyder, we'll see if he can find some way to do some damage here or to slow this game down a little bit. 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Thicket locked in, and Glass Snyder with a nice hit in between third and short. Great play from Terrell deep in the hole, but could not get up fast enough and get it over to first. Glass Snyder, pretty solid speed over there at third base, and he was able to leg out an infield single. So with 2 outs, Giovanni Mays, who is tense, is up to bat now, and he hits that one off the end of the bat. Healthy scoops it up and tosses on first, or steps on first for out number 3. So one more hit, pretty much all the Outlaws have been able to do. And we head into the top of the 6th, 3 outs away from taking this one home for the Outlaws, but we have to go through the 8-9-1 hitters. Starting with Whistle Thornton, and Lily Dubs is going to get the chance for the complete game here, as she is still locked in. Max pressure, 2-1 count to Thornton. One off the end of the bat goes foul. And she gets him chasing on that pitch that sailed inside, and it's at strike 3. So another strikeout for Lily Dubs, and Jamari Gates comes up 0 for 1 today. And we'll see what he can do as he takes that first pitch for a strike. Strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. And strike 3, she dropped that one right into the bottom corner of the zone. Jamari Gates is going to have to go back and sit down. And now Slew Connolly comes up. We were talking about this earlier. Rally starter does get activated here, so you're going to see his contact go above 100 here. And she's trying to make him think about it a little bit more before swinging that bat. She brushes him back before it puts one in the in a spot. And Rock Quintana over to Justice Cologne, and the Pythons go down. The Outlaws win this one 1-0. Lily Dubs with the complete game shutout. Wow. Did not see that coming. What a tremendous game this was. Both pitchers did phenomenally. One mistake from Escrow Thicket. She's got to feel really frustrated right now that her offense was not able to pick her up, as she only allowed 2 hits compared to Lily Dubs allowing 3. Boy, this was a really interesting game. Their best hitter, Heaves, Austin, I think it's Austin Heaves, struck out twice in his 2 at-bats. Just did not get anything going there. The 3 hits came from Healthy, Buffums, and Thornton. For the Outlaws, we got 2 hits, one from Glass Snyder there in the 5th inning, and then the 1 home run from Ramon Lee was all that we needed in this one. Absolutely wild game. Pitching-wise, we only saw 2 pitchers, the starter for both teams. Escrow Thicket went 5 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run. It was the solo shot, and struck out 3. Lily Dubs with the dub, 6 innings, 3 hits allowed. That's it, and 5 strikeouts. She gets the win. Oh my God, what a performance! A performance for the ages. And of course, as you would expect, it's the top 3 are the only people that made any difference in this game. Lily Dubs gets the 1 spot, Ramon Lee with the 2, and Escrow Thicket with the 3 spot with her great performance. Kudos to her. She put up an amazing outing against this very potent Outlaws offense and just completely shut them down outside of that 1 hit from Ramon Lee. But what a game. That was, I didn't expect it. I did not expect to see a shutdown performance like that from both pitchers. So let's quickly simulate this one between Reef Riggins of the Protectors and Isaiah Ingram for the Scroungers. This does not look fair. Also, Reef Riggins with Specialist Tier 3 is very scary, so I hope we don't have to see him, but we'll take a look here. We'll simulate this one. Scroungers go up 3-5-0, and they end up shutting out the Protectors in Game 1 of the conference finals in the Yang Conference. So we head back over to our side. We will be going to the Pythons' home park, and we will be facing off against Joseph Roosevelt, who's actually tense right now. He was their captain, or I'm sorry, their all-star. Joseph actually was number 2 in strikeouts on the year. He was number 4 in strikeouts per 9, and a 1.62 ERA, which was was good for 9th in the league with a 1.44 WHIP. So he didn't have a great performance against the who did they play? The Maulers in the first game. The Maulers' offense is really good, and so he comes into this one tense. We get to see Rory Bowen. He talked to the medical staff. He talked to his manager, and he said he wants the ball in Game 2. He wants to put this team into the finals. So he's pushing himself. He's coming in on short rest as well. I guess part of this was he came out early, so he didn't even pitch a full game. So very heroic experience for him. Rory Bowen will be coming in essentially at full rest. I'm actually curious what, yeah, that's at full rest here. Oh, because we had a 1-game break before that last one. So Rory gets the start here. We'll see Edgar Lang pitch in Game 2, I believe. Yeah, he'll pitch in Game 2 for sure. And then it's a matter of whether we want to get Lily Dubs back on the mound if we need. Or I guess, hold on. If we win this one, we go to the finals. Edgar Lang may have a break before he gets a start. And Lily Dubs, it could have just be Edgar Lang, Lily Dubs, and then potentially Rory Bowen. We may not even see Vincente Moon pitch in the playoffs if all things go the way we want them to go. The rest of the bullpen very much healthy and healed up, as they didn't have to pitch at all in this game. So nice to see that. And let's take a look at what our offense will look like heading into this next one. I know they got shut down. I almost kind of want to see them play this out the way that they have been. I kind of want to do putting Glass Snyder there above Rock Quintana. I can't believe we're putting Rock in the 7th spot after winning the league MVP. Giovanni Mays behind the plate. I don't know if it's a good idea for us to put in Hernandez here to give Mays a break. I think I might do that. I think it's a better arm behind the plate. I think that it'll be nice to get Giovanni Mays' mojo reset. And I know that he will be tired if he plays another game. So I think we're going to get ahead of that one. We'll put Alex Hernandez in. We will move him down here. And then I also think I'm going to let Anthony Jeterson get the start here. See if we can get that offense to kind of pounce on Joseph Roosevelt before his mojo gets reset. Um, I will be going back to the away uniforms for this one as we play at the Pythons home park, and we will see how this plays out. I think I'm fine with this lineup the way that it is. I want to see Rock Quintana get himself reset and sorted out. We'll see how that ends up playing out, but that's it for so far. We won't take a look at the league leaders until we get to the end of this round of the playoffs, assuming we advance. And then we will take a look and see where we are after this next game against the Pythons. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. What a game that was. A 1-0 victory with a complete game shutout from Lily Dubs, somebody we just signed right before the playoffs started. So absolutely phenomenal from her. We'll see if Rory Bowen can kind of pick up where he left off before he got hit. Had a perfect game going through 3 innings in his first start of the playoffs, and so hoping he can keep that momentum going against Joseph Roosevelt, the all-star for the Pythons. We'll see if we can get to him early so he cannot get himself back to neutral mojo. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on the playoffs so far, what you think of the Outlaws, and can't wait to see you next time. Bye, everyone.